Monica, thank you so much for stopping by. It's good to have you.
Likewise, thank you.
So you stopped by and you're like, listen, I want you to know, I already listened to your podcast and I saw you speak when you were at the Temecula, the Pyra out there. We did AI and HR, so thank you very much for the support. We were just talking a moment ago off camera about how I work with the Arthritis at Work Foundation, how I'm the corporate chair of their Jingle Bell Run coming up, and you were like, I love those guys. I do a whole Wellness Wednesdays. Can you talk to me a little bit about what you have going on?
Absolutely. So I'm really big on wellness.
Yeah.
I think it's so important for the employees.
Yeah.
When they feel well, obviously there's a lot of scientific reports and data that employees that are productive is because they're doing well. There's many other things, but wellness really is a big part of it.
Yeah.
So I started Wellness Wednesdays like 3 years ago. I've been with this company.
Yeah.
I send out some information that I get from either Kaiser, I get from other providers, and then Arthritis at Work, I met them 2 years ago here at this conference. And they approached me and they told me about their services, how it works, and I've been a partner with them. I utilize their content.
So
very practical, and it's very user-friendly. So they actually built a page with branding my company for employees to go to. There's a QR code, very user-friendly, and it really looks impressive for the employees. It looks like we went and did all this when actually it's no work for us. Arthritis at Work did everything.
That's so cool. I'm so glad to give those guys a shout out. Mark is a great guy, and Dr. Hunter Vincent's fantastic. I've had him on the show a couple times. I know him personally even. With respect to the conference, what are some of the talks you've seen that kind of stood out to you, or things you heard that you're like, wow, that was interesting?
So I sat on a few yesterday. One big one was obviously the retention, strategies for retention. Really working with managers and training them, giving them the resources so they can do effective employee recognition. Employee recognition is not expensive, as we know. However, some managers are not built to recognize. They have this idea, well, they get a paycheck, that's their recognition. So I forgot the name of the presenter. He was a doctor. He was fantastic. He had a lot of data. He also had books and that he gave out, and really practical books.
So you grabbed a book?
I bought 2 books,
Good for
and then he gave out one for free. So he has this 365 days that you could, like leadership quotes. And I actually sent one yesterday to my team. So I also send them weekly synergy quotes to them. And I really want to help them learn the value of recognition.
It sounds like you're really big on trying to impact culture of a company in effective ways.
It's really important.
How about today? Are you looking forward to any specific sessions? We're like, oh, I circled that one on the calendar.
I did circle a few that there was like some conflict. But my main goal today, honestly, is to visit the marketplace. I'm big on what's best practices, what's the new thing to do, and this is how I learned about Arthritis at Work. So I'm really big on really spend that valuable time with as many vendors as I can.
Well, I think that's great for listeners that are maybe considering future conferences to go, look, it's not just the learning track. The learning track is indeed one part of it, but also, like you said, if someone, because obviously, they pay to be here, so somebody told Rafael, hey, if I give you money, will you let me be in front of HR people because I have something for them that I think's awesome. And if they think it's that awesome, maybe it's worth a couple minutes of hearing about it. And you got to discern a little bit about what's right for you and what's not, but it does give you, I think, some cool conversations.
I think it's really important. I think that every HR professional should really take advantage of that. So what I'm doing, I'm kind of like taking advantage of the on-demand part of it. So whatever I'm missing right now, I know that I have the flexibility to then listen to it later in a more concentrated area. Versus here, you're only here till 2 days, 9 to 3.
That's how you know you're a veteran conference goer. You're like, look, a lot of the content I can consume on my own time, and I've got months to circle back to the platform because it's all filmed, it's all recorded. Pyra
really made it they're more flexible and the most since COVID hit, right? And they've been really great about it with their technology. So that's how I'm making it work for me. So I still get the education. I get updated compliance information. But really big on the culture, what's best practices, and then meeting new providers that I could get some really good ideas or maybe services from.
So maybe last of all, what's keeping you up at night? what in HR is just sort of a, oh boy, that's the one that's circled on my little notepad.
So I have a really amazing CFO. He's very supportive. It's really creating a budget where I can really say this is the money that we're going to use for professional development.
Yeah.
So it really was keeping me up at night, like, where do I get the money from?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because we're a non-for-profit HR department,
yeah.
but our profit is really shown through retention,
right.
through productivity. So that's what's keeping me up at night. Like,
yeah.
how do I make this business case that I need more money
yeah.
for professional development, for wellness programs?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's where I'm at.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate your time. Enjoy the conference.
Thank you so much.
There seems to be a suspicion.